So today I'm back with another storage unit video, and this unit is by far the riskiest one we've purchased to date. Let's go ahead and jump into the video so you can see what I'm talking about. All right, so here we are at the first unit. We actually bought two here. This is the first one, and I think our second one is two aisles down here. So I'm not gonna lie about this one. I'm a little nervous because the lady said that the tenant left some food in here. So I don't know what we're gonna find when we open this thing, but let's just jump in here and check it out. You wanna open it? Or you want me to open it? All right, let me flip this camera around. Actually, let me do it with the GoPro here. The GoPro's recording. So this is the one that we had a fridge in. That's like the one big item I was a little nervous about. That's why we got the U-Haul today. But this goes pretty far back. I don't know if you can see all the way back there. There's a mini fridge right there too, it looks like. It's like a little mini fridge. But let me get my gloves on. We're gonna start digging in here. All the garbage we'll just throw to the side probably. So this unit did not get off to a good start. Even when we were bidding on this unit, there wasn't too much in the pictures that we were excited about. We just needed new inventory to list up on eBay. But you can see everything we're pulling out of here is just trash. Everything is garbage. Keyboard there is all beat up. They had food in here. That's nasty. Why do people keep food in there? It wasn't just the food, it was everything we were pulling out of here was just dirty and stained. They had Gatorade half full in there. A bunch of dusty things that we just ended up throwing out. Even the things that looked like they had a chance, like this shirt right here. As soon as we turned it around, this thing was just completely stained and dirty. So definitely not the start that I'm looking for. All right, so I decided to turn the camera off once we opened this thing because I didn't feel like it was worth recording. There was just a bunch of trash in here. We had to dig through so much trash, it took us about an hour. All this over here that you see is garbage. All this is garbage. It looks like they were living out of this unit. There's a bed. There's that fridge. I'm about to open that up right now. And hopefully there's no like rotting food in there. The only good thing is it looks like it's been connected this whole time. There is power in here. And they've had it running. So I'm hoping that this thing still works and it's not full of nasty moldy food. We have a mini fridge. The only thing with this is that it's cut at the wire here. We found a little fan. The microwave works. We have a portable air conditioner, a fan. Now the thing, and here's what we're keeping so far. It's not much. It's a couple little wheelbarrow tires, some clothes, tools. We have a bunch of shoes, probably like 10 pairs of shoes. The best ones are probably these that we found. These look almost new, like they didn't wear them. Look at the bottom of them. Some tools, a bunch of clothes, just stuff that was worth keeping. More shoes there that need to be cleaned. We did find the HP. I think electronics in this unit is what's going to save us. We found the HP laptop that had a charger and it still worked. But I think the best thing that we found was right in here. It's this TV right here, this big old flat screen TV. That has to be like a 60-inch TV probably. And it was covered like in a box. And since they do have power in there, we went ahead and tested it. It's a Roku TV and it does work. So this thing works. We did find the Roku, oh, and there's a laptop right here. We did find the Roku remote, which did power it on. This thing still works. It's not cracked, surprisingly. So we are good there. So as bad as this unit was, we're still gonna make our money back. We're probably gonna keep the TV for personal use. The laptop will sell, and then all the shoes and stuff like that. But the reason I fired this on, and here's like a clothes rack. I think that's the little bar for it. So we can always use a clothes rack to hang all the clothes we're selling. But this is what I'm interested in seeing. I want to open this thing up. What is this? I don't know why I'm touching that with my hands. That's nasty. All right, this is the moment of truth. We're gonna open this up, see if it's full of moldy food or if it's clean. Because this is a nice looking fridge. Whew, I'm scared. Alright, I mean there's food in there. It's nice and cold, but it doesn't smell. It's been keeping it. That butter is frozen. Now the fridge. I mean, it's nice and cold. It works, which is good news. Obviously, it's nasty. It needs to be cleaned out. But that's a nice find right there, and it still works. Still connected, still works, still cold. So this thing we shouldn't have a problem selling after we clean it all up and make it look nice. But we're gonna go ahead and just throw all this stuff into the back of the truck. All this garbage, throw this in the back of the U-Haul. And then 2 rows down or 3 rows down over here is a second unit. We're gonna go clean that one out. And depending on how that one looks, I'll see how much we end up recording in that one. All right, so that's it for the unit number 1. All cleaned out here. Actually wasn't too bad. Had lights in here. So all this right here, we're gonna go ahead and dump. She said she left the dumpster open for us. I think she felt kind of bad for all the food that was in here. She said there was a bunch of food, so she was gonna leave the dumpster open for us to go ahead and use. So we're gonna go dump a lot of this stuff in that dumpster, and then we're gonna head over to the second unit. All right, here's unit number 2, C48. If I remember correctly, there wasn't too much in here. I did see a speaker box, like some subwoofers, and some like a child's play set or something like that, like a toddler bed. There wasn't anything too crazy in here, which is good because I don't want to take home any more food. There's another, no, I thought that was a blow-up mattress. So the speakers are what I saw in the picture, those subwoofers right there. Don't know if those are any good, but we got some bags and some other stuff in here. So I'll probably, let's see, I'll probably throw on the GoPro for a little bit, see if we find anything good. Calvin Klein. There's a purse. Yeah, I'll probably just throw it on for a little bit because there's nothing too crazy in here, which is good. We should be in and out of here pretty fast. But I'll throw it on and see if we find anything good in here. All right, let's start digging in here. So blankets. So that's gonna be our garbage pile. I'll start bringing bags out here. Sunshade. They're just blankets. Blankets, blankets, blankets. Looks like it's gonna be a lot of clothes. We'll put these to the side so we can use as garbage. Lay them out like that, fold them up with garbage and throw them in there, makes it easier. A box of diapers. A brand new box of diapers. Oh, nice. We don't have any more babies, but these will sell, especially maybe at the flea market. Even maybe eBay, huh? If they're brand new. Looks like everything's new unless I taped it back up. No, everything looks like it's sealed in there. So that's a brand new box of diapers. DoorDash bags. We got some more. We got a Michael Kors purse back there. I don't know if it's gonna show too good. Is there a light in here? Yeah, there is. Oh, it doesn't work. DoorDash bag. What is this? Oh, her hair is crusty. 2022 Hasbro, but that hair is not, you can hear it. I don't know what's on there. A little radio flyer. That's pretty cool. Huh. Looks like it's in good condition too. Oh, that mattress is going to be all in the way, but we're trying to save this TV. I don't know how we're going to transport it yet, but that big old mattress is all in the way. We threw most of it in the dumpster back there. But let's see. Oh, a softball bat. Nice. Softball bat. Some boots. Leave those there. A headlight. A headlight for something. Car parts always sell good, especially on eBay. just take a picture with Google Lens, or look up the part number, and it should bring up the exact model that it's for. So those are pretty easy to list. A baseball, some baby Crocs, Under Armour hat, some more shoes. Yeah, we'll be in and out of this one fast. Here's this little kitchen. Try to keep it intact, but it looks like it's already brittle. Looks like it's been in here for a while. Let's see if I can get it out of here without breaking it. Oh, nice, a little car, little Range Rover. The little drivable cars. Let's see if that was hidden under there. You couldn't see that thing in the pictures. Let's see. Little playhouse. Those always do good, like on Facebook Marketplace. If it's complete and it's not broken. We got a bunch of plush. Mickey Mouse or Minnie Mouse. Yeah, we got a bunch of plush in there. Some more purses. This will all be good to sell like on Dibdit threads. So if you're not following me on Dibdit, there's Dibdit threads, Dibdit cards, a bunch of different marketplaces on there. A lot of this stuff will sell like on Dibdit threads. The purses, the clothes, the hats, and stuff like that. So if you're not following, make sure you go ahead and follow. There's a link in the description. Did that thing just move? Big old penguin or owl. Oh, that one's cool. LSU.
Yeah.
We've sold one like this before, huh? But it was a bumblebee, I think.
Yeah.
I think they sell for like $15 or something on eBay. So that's a nice little pillow, especially LSU. All right, we got some Coach purses. I say this in all the videos. Every time I find like brand stuff like that, like Coach, Louis Vuitton, Gucci, I always assume it's fake until I prove it otherwise. But since we've been finding so much, I really need to get better at identifying what's real or not. We got a Michael Kors in here. Michael Kors. Ah, it's all stained up. That is nasty. Maybe we can get, and this is all beat up, so that's gonna be trash. Coach. I don't know if that's real or not. We'll have to look into that. Here we are. This thing's cool right here. Hopefully it has a charger to it. It even has, I don't know if you can see it. Let me bring it more into the light out here. It even has like a little USB charging port. If you can see it right there. Obviously it's not going to turn on, but oh yeah, it did. Let's see.
Music play.
It's working. There it goes. The battery's just dead, but it's moving. This is going to be a nice one. The door's open too, look at that. This one's cool. I like that. Range Rover. Just hopefully now we find the charger. What? That's cool. Trying to find where the battery goes on this thing. Either way, that's gonna, huh? In the hood?
Yeah.
Yeah, either way, that's gonna sell.
Yeah.
Even without the charger. So that car and these speakers right here should pretty much put us in the green. And then everything else should be pretty much profit from there. Looks like all closed. Maybe we'll just take all this clothes home and look at it at home. instead of taking everything out. Close. This one's tied up, so I'm just gonna throw it back there. Make it nice and easy. This is a big difference from that first unit. That first unit, all trash. Never know what you're gonna get in these units. It's always something different. One time you find 10,000 cards like we did on our first unit. If you want to check out that video, click that link right up here. The very first unit we bought, and we found Pokemon sports cards, probably over 15,000 cards. And then you find a bunch of trash like the last unit. And then this one, a little Range Rover hidden underneath everything. This obviously is all stained and dirty, but if we scrub it down and clean it, put it all together, we can move that on Facebook. And then this is the last thing here. Hopefully these work. Where's the... That's where they connect. What are these? Some like 15s? Maybe? Hyphonics. I'll have to look up the brand and see if it's any good, but they don't look like they're ripped or anything. So this will be a good little sale too. But that's pretty much it for that unit. Nice and fast. We're in here like 10 minutes. All this is going to be trash. This obviously is a good one. Trash. And then all this stuff we're just going to end up launching in the back. And we're pretty much done. So a lot of the stuff that we found in these units, we ended up selling locally on Facebook Marketplace. We did have a lot of sales on eBay already, but I'm going to focus on the local sales. The appliances and the electronics from that first unit really saved us. We ended up selling that one for $125. It worked really good. And then here is that radio flyer from the second unit. We also sold that one on Facebook for $20. Here's that Range Rover. I was expecting to get a little more for it, but after I did some research, I saw that it didn't have the charger or the remote. Even though it still worked, without those two things, it did bring the value down quite a bit. So we ended up selling that one for $30 on Facebook. And then here is the fridge. This one I thought we were gonna sell for a little more as well. We had it listed for $100. It actually didn't have any of the shelves that go on the inside, so that really hurt the value as well. So I had to cut the price quite a bit. We ended up selling this one for $75. And then here's that mini fridge that had the cut power cord. I ended up splicing in a new power cord, and I sold this one on Facebook as well for $45. And as far as a box of diapers go, we decided not to sell those. We just listed them on Facebook Marketplace for free, and we went ahead and just passed that on to someone else who needed them. All right, that's gonna do it for these two units. There's a U-Haul right there, and there is the unit all cleaned out. So we're gonna head over to the dump, get rid of that big mattress here and a couple other things that we have to throw away, all this stuff right here. So this is gonna be the end of the video, but I wanted to include this in here. You can see the whole back of this U-Haul is just full of trash. That's about 90% of the stuff that we pulled out of these units. I wanted to include this because a lot of times when people watch these type of videos, they see us pull some good stuff out of the units and they think that if they just go out and buy some, that they're just gonna find units full of stuff that's gonna make them profit. That's just not the case. Most of the time, about 90% of the stuff is all trash. You saw in the middle of the video, the stuff that we were keeping was just a really small section in the back of the truck. So I just wanted to include this so you can see what it's really like to buy these storage units. But that's going to do it for today's video. I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you on the next one.